Hey, how's it going, everybody? And welcome to this first episode of Ridiculous TA. And I wanted to go over some of the uh, fundamentals and examinations that I use to make money in cryptocurrency. And this is the same kind of TA that people use in the stock market, and we're just applying it to this new nascent market that is the cryptocurrency arena. And we're going to start with Bitcoin, but I've got plenty of other cryptocurrencies that we can talk about. So we're going to make this real simple. We're going to look at a Bitcoin chart. I recommend getting an account here, TradingView, if you don't already have one. A couple of things. So the default view, you click, you drag around, you can see all the candles. We'll get into this stuff here in a minute. Obviously, you see the colors. Green is good, red is bad. It's a little bit more to it than that, but I mean, it's a simple rule of thumb. You can use your scroll wheel to scroll around. It's going to be useful here in a minute. I'll show you. And then the cool thing I like here, you can use these trading views. And so we're going to talk about, first of all, today has been a pretty crazy day with crypto. And so that's why I decided to, start this channel. I've been thinking about it for a while. Had some crazy gains. So I thought, well, we might as well do it. So first of all, you can see here, refresh here. I don't have this quite set up yet. You can set it to auto refresh. I don't have that yet. I love this green bona right here. Look at that. I call those bonas when you get, of course, these aren't good because they're going the opposite way. I call these flacids. It's like a straight line down. It's no good. Nobody likes that. Anyway, let's take a look. So what I want to show you is how we can use technical analysis to figure out that this was going to be the end result of all this craziness today. Okay? Just follow me here. I promise that we'll get to it in just a minute. So first, again, back to that scroll wheel. I want to scroll out a little bit. Again, it's been kind of a crazy couple of days. It's been a crazy couple of years. Like if we scroll out to 2018, you guys been all through that. I don't need to go back over the bull run and all the bulls, the bulls. Yeah, so anyway, let's scroll back here. So we're gonna take a look. So this is real recent. We're looking 2019. So let's look at 2019 so far. So we want to see how we figure that we get to here. So we're up here, and then we want to see how we get to here. Well, that's simple. We could just draw a straight line. So let's go up to the line tool here, draw a straight line. Boom, boom. There you go. That's how you get there. But that's not actually how you get there. Shortest distance is not always a straight line. Well, the shortest distances, but that ain't always how it works. So as you can see, we ain't doing a short distance. We're doing a zigzag. So some people call this a BART. I like to call this a deformed BART because, you look at this and it's like BART. Well, there's a couple other things that you can read in here. So there's a shark fin. We got a big shark fin here. And there's a couple you can see. There's a couple other, this one looks like some skyscrapers. Like right here, we got some skyscraper pattern formation starting. And then this looks kind of like a janky old staircase. Like you ever been to like an old state park maybe that they ain't doing a good job of, keeping up. We got some janky staircase here. You got a little green bona, oh big red flaccid. It's no good. It's no good. So let's get back to some lines though, because this is the cool thing that I want to show you. This is like the main takeaway that I want you to get from today's episode. If you only take one thing away from today's episode of Redickulous TA, it's that I want you to understand dots and lines, dots and lines. So we got your line tool, and we're not going to get into this. I mean, we could, oh man, there's so many different like lines that we could do. I can show you like a cross line and a regression trend, a flat top bottom. And that's not like a flat top like your hair, although it's actually where it got the name, little known fact. Anyway, we can talk about lines all day long, man. I love lines, dots and lines. For now, we're going to keep it simple, though, right? Like KISS, keep it simple. Samson. I don't know who Samson is. Anyway, so we got dots and lines, dots and lines. So we're going to draw, we're going to start here. We go dot, boom. And then you see, look at that. Now you got a line. But the line is going crazy. It's following my mouse around. I don't know what to do with it. So you want to boom, click again. You got a dot, another dot, and now you got a line. You've now successfully placed a dot and a line. You are well on your way to cryptocurrency technical analysis, my friend. Now, what do you do next? Well, boom, you place another dot, and then boom, a dot, boom, dot, boom, dot. You can even, what I like to do, one of the things, now this is a little advanced for the first episode, but we're going to get to maybe you're going to look back on this in like 10 episodes. You're going to come back and watch this and you're going to be like, man, I can't believe that I thought that this was so hot. I get it now. I'm going to show you something. This is a really secret trader trick, right? So first of all, we want to scroll out a little bit because we want some good history to look at. And we want some highs. Oh yeah, keep scrolling. We want some highs, we want some lows, we want some in betweens. Yeah, this is probably about good right here. You got this is like a couple years of history, lots of zigs to play with. And we're gonna draw some lines now. So first of all, let's clear this out, hit your little trash can here, and we're going to get rid of all those other lines because now we're looking at it's a whole big different picture now. So what kind of lines are we going to look at to get to here, right? So check this out. You got all kinds of peaks and valleys here. What we want to do is we want to draw some lines. Let's start up at the top here. So we go boom. Yep, we see it starts to go down. Boom. Let's just do another down. We got more lines, another dot, another line. This one way down, that's a dot and a line in itself, just because look at how far down it went. I don't even want to put, I'm like, let's go ahead and draw this back down. Too far, so it comes back up. And then we got another one, and it goes down again all this way. Oh my God. I mean, I know people were just like not having good days. And again, it goes back up a little. People say, hey, maybe it's going back up. I'll throw a little more money in. I'm just kidding. How about you get fucking wrecked? And then we'll go back up a little bit. It's wash, rinse, repeat, right? Like people got pretty toasted. So how do we get to here? How do we get to where we are now? Well, we take these lines and we're gonna draw. Let's go down. We go boom, and we've got a line and a dot, and a dot, and a dot, and a line, and a dot, and a line, and a dot, and a line, and a dot and a line. And we got more dots, more lines, more dots, more lines. That's a little one. Little. Now we could probably zoom in a little here, but we're trying to look at the big picture right now. Don't get too cocky with yourself or anything, okay? So what we want to do though is now that we got these, so you can see a bit of a shark tooth pattern, right? You got your shark fins, you got your shark teeth, and now you kind of understand like why people might be so scared of the market, because the market's like a shark. It's like sharks and bulls and bears, like all these animals that we use for the market. They're terrifying, and they will rip you limb from limb if you let your guard down for just 1 second. Look what happened to Steve Irwin. God rest his soul. Now, again, so now we just got a bunch of lines, right? Now what you want to do is you want to take, look at this. I wish I could draw like a curved line. They got all these freaking lines here and they don't have a curved line. I mean, I guess I could do, yeah, this is too much trouble. We're not even going to get into that. What I want you to look at here though is just look at that curve. Look at that curve. Boom. And it ends up right there, right where we are now. Case in point, QED. There's your proof is in the pudding. Technical analysis works, folks. I appreciate you watching today. I know that this was probably a lot to take in such a short amount of time. I appreciate your time, though, and we'll be back. We're going to be here every day with cryptocurrency tips and news and covering what's going on with the price. Talking about that crazy guy, Roger Ver, Satoshi Nakamoto. We're going to talk about them all, man. I actually got an interview lined up here in a few weeks. We got Craig Wright flying in. It's not the same Craig Wright that is the Bitcoin SV guy. It's actually a different guy, but his name is Craig Wright, so I thought that was kind of cool. We've got him coming in. I'm trying to think what else we got coming up. I got about 20 seconds left before I got to cut this off because I don't want him to trace my location. It's going to look like I'm coming to you from the same place every week, every day, but I'm not. I got a mobile workstation here. We're Bitcoin blockchain mobile, baby. We are on the road, and we are up in Canada, down in Mexico. You ain't going to find me, IRS. Peace.